For people who are new to the Sony A7S3 or moving over from Canon cameras, let me show you one of the 3 most important things to buy after you buy the camera. When I'm shooting in this studio or that studio, I don't want to rely on batteries. I have like 14, 15 things that could be battery powered, and I always plug in for AC power. I wanted AC power, I wanted a good recommendation that really works, and a battery that really works. And here's what I found. Here's my Sony A7S3. I tried buying an adapter. You can see that in another video and it failed, so I ended up getting a lens. Now the first thing that I wanted was a good battery. You can certainly have this battery, it works, all is good, etc. If I'm going to be out shooting, one battery is like really kind of dumb. You want at least 2 batteries. After much research and talking to people who have owned Sony cameras for a while, it's pretty simple, and it was a pretty simple decision, which is to go out and buy yet another Sony battery, just like the one I have here. The reason being is I know this is going to always work with the camera. Sure, I'm going to save a couple bucks buying something cheaper, but if I'm out shooting and this battery dies and the other battery I bought is not the OEM Sony battery, I have a potential for fail. I know this will not fail. That's number 1. Next, as I said, I don't want to rely on battery power when I'm in the studio. Now over here on the Sony, I have a port which allows me to plug in power to the Sony. It not only recharges the batteries, but it allows you to leave the Sony powered on, well, basically forever, as long as you have power to your house. I wanted something good, I wanted something that works, and I wanted something reliable. So the first thing I got, and was suggested to me, a Pascal cable. I love this thing, and let me show you why. This cable is really long. It's like 10 feet. And the reason why I wanted like 10 feet is because I don't want to mount my camera and start putting other rigs onto that and doing all this other stuff, and it's not long enough. I want to be able to have this thing long enough. That's number 1. Secondly, I love and absolutely adore this 90-degree connector. This is firm. This is all metal until you get here. And then, of course, we have this cloth coiled cable, which will actually hold its shape a little bit when you do this. This fits absolutely perfectly into the A7S3, and look at that. It's a 90-degree connector. I don't have to worry about the thing sticking out or being knocked in. It fits really securely, and it really powers the camera well, and there's no play in it. I love this thing. Next, to power this, I got this RAV or Rave Power, this little block. It's perfectly set up to be able to power this Sony camera using the end of the Pascal cable, and you just plug it into there and you're all good to go. Also has a USB port, so you can plug in your phones, you could plug in whatever you want to this while charging, which is really handy. If you happen to be using your phone to monitor here or transferring stuff, you don't have to worry about power. I also like the fact of this flip out AC plug-in. You just flip this thing out, you plug it in to the wall like this, and you got power to your camera all day. I really do like this thing a lot. I carry it around in my bag with my camera all the time. Okay, I realize that was a really short video, but I wanted to clue you in before you go off and buy these cheap adapters or batteries. The real thing to do is to get a good battery, a good Sony battery from the manufacturer itself, the good power block that you can plug in and works, and this lovely cable that will always work in the studio, and you're all set to go for studio shooting or outdoor shooting. Remember, I have 6 free courses and my new OBS course, which is only $39 over at Basic Filmmaker University. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And then we have this RAV or Rave Power adapter, which... Here's your latest video tip. When you're over on another table with an overhead camera showing the product, you kind of might want to switch over to that other table to show the product.
chicka.